That's all you want. Thank you very much for that.
That's for you, man.
Thank you very much.
That was for you.
That's so great. I can't do that.
No, you can.
No, I can't do it. And
You can, Dave. It's in you.
We've known each other.
There's a Negro inside of you, Dave.
Wow. Wow. That's the best news I've had in years. I gotta run home and surprise the wife. Oh my God.
It's all downhill
yeah,
from
I know.
there.
It's just no point. No point. Good night, everybody. We've known you forever, for God's sakes, and every time you come out here, you give everything. You leave nothing behind, and it's wonderful. It's a very generous thing for you to do.
Oh no, you pull that out of me, man. It's like no, you
you're
do.
The guy.
You do.
No, you're the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the guy.
I just love coming to see you, man.
I saw your movie, and I dearly enjoyed this. I loved this movie. You know why? It was.
You said it was delightful.
It is delightful.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I see a lot of movies, and a lot of them stuff comes from outer space.
Yes.
And
some of mine stuff comes from outer space.
Right. This one is you love looking at it visually. Yeah. It's a great little escape, and it keeps you. Is it this? I don't know. Maybe it's that.
That's called guessing.
Yeah. And by the way, your co-star in the film, holy mackerel.
Hey.
What do you mean? Hey,
No.
I just said holy mackerel.
That was like you were like, whoa.
No.
Yeah, that was a little hot.
Oh, that's fine.
It was almost nasty.
And how about? Well. How about that Gerald McRaney?
Yeah, he's fantastic. You know, it's the cast for this film. It's just, it was a really fantastic group of people. Mm-hmm. We shot New Orleans, we shot New York, we shot Buenos Aires. Mm-hmm. So it was for us moving around, it gave it such a fantastic energy that I think it's captured.
It reminds me of a different era, kind of a romantic, romantic crime con sort of
thingamajig.
Yeah. And
it was delightful.
But your co-star
is hubba.
I wonder, but it's like she's like Grace Kelly, for God's sake.
Yeah, she's timeless. It's a really weird thing because there's photographers on the set, so you see a lot of photos as you go through, and she has this really beautiful quality where when you take a picture of her, you can't tell what era it was taken in.
That's right.
When you see her beauty.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you don't.
She's perfect for this film.
Yes, absolutely.
As are you. And it brings to mind as you're watching it, you think, oh, that could never happen. I wonder if that happens. And it's about highly organized groups of men and women who are con
artists.
Now, does that really happen at that level?
Yes, at that level. It was really amazing to look into the world of con artists. We had a guy, his name is Apollo Robbins, and he was our technical advisor on the film.
Now, where do you find a guy who knows about this?
Come on, Dave, Las Vegas, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I went to Vegas. Actually, it was Las Vegas. I went to Vegas to spend some time with him, and he was teaching about the concept of the movie's called Focus, right? So we watched this video that was basically, a hidden camera at a fight. And so you see the fighter get hit, the guy goes down, everybody cheers, and we're watching it and it's like, oh, that's cool. He runs the tape back and shows us at the moment that the fighter gets hit, he goes in and 20 people are getting pickpocketed, things are getting stolen and things. And it happens in the moment when your focus is completely in another direction, right?
Wow.
Like your car is at my hotel right now. You have no idea.
Well, let's mention the name of the woman is Margot Robbie. Is
Margot Robbie, yes, Margot. She's
my
fantastic.
God.
She's Australian. Snow White Dave, you're doing too much when you. Oh my God.
Now let me ask you this. I'm not.
You're doing too much.
I'm not
man.
doing that. Now, have you seen the film in IMAX?
No, I haven't seen it in IMAX.
I'm going back to see it in IMAX.
In IMAX.
Because
Right. So everything's bigger for you to see.
I think we need to take a break here.
Yeah.
We'll be back with Will Smith. You go see this film. Opens February 27th.
February 27th, yes.
And I looked at it, and I don't know exactly how old you are, but I'm just going to say probably middle age.
Middle.
And in the movie. In the movie, you look, I don't know, like it's unbelievable the condition you're in.
Like a what? Like, pick something. Say what I look like. Come on, pick something. Pick
like a Grecian god. So are you in that kind of shape all the time, or was this just movie, or is this CGI? What am I looking at?
No, it was, because Margot Robbie, when we started shooting the film, she was 23, and I'm 46, so yeah.
You double the woman's age?
Yes, yeah, So, Jada and I were sitting around. We found out that Margot got cast, and Jada pulled up pictures of Margot online, and she said, "Boy, you need to go to the gym right now." So I started training immediately. I used to be able to pop in shape. It doesn't
work now.
It doesn't pop. Other things pop.
But
now,
you're never really out of shape, are you? You're one of those guys.
I try to stay, pretty, because I realized, right around when I turned 40, I realized it just has to be a lifestyle. You can't go in and out. I used to, train for 4 or 5 months and then eat what I want for the rest. Can't do that no more.
Doesn't work that way, no.
Yeah.
Tell me about your...
you look like you got some male pulchritude under there. What you got? Yeah, Dave. Yeah. You're not slipping? You're not slipping? Yeah. Yeah. I call that man meat. That's man meat. Yeah.
Adult men in suits grope one another. Tonight on CBS.
Yeah.
What about that? Man meat. That man meat.
Oh, good.
Tell me about your family. I always like to quiz people who have bigger families than mine because I have a lot of trouble with just one. Tell me, what is the focus of your family now, kid-wise? What are we up to?
We have teenagers in the house, so it's teenagers, so it's very difficult. And, 90% of the focus is Willow. 14-year-old girl.
14-year-old girl.
Takes all of the attention,
And this is, people say hormonal changes that the poor kids go
it's
through.
everything. It's like the world ends 3 times a week, It's like 14-year-old girl Independence Day at my house every week.
Is it... Is it because of peers? Is it because of boyfriends?
Okay. So she has these cats. The last time she has these cats, and she loves these cats. And we live out in the boonies, right? So, I accidentally left one of the doors open and she couldn't find the cat, right? And it's a bad look for cats in my neighborhood, because it's coyotes and stuff out there. They're not gonna make it, right? So she was very upset, and she looked at me and tears welled up in her eyes, and she said, "I cannot believe you would be that irresponsible."
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's nothing that destroys the heart of a middle-aged man like the disdainful sneer of a 14-year-old girl.
Disdainful sneer. And you acknowledge that she was correct.
Yeah, she was right. So I called Jada to figure out what to do, and then Willow walked up, and I was on the phone, and that was just too much for her. She said, "The least you can do is look." All right, baby.
Oh, my God.
All
how long did this go on?
No, we found the cat. The cat was in the house.
Oh!
The cat was in the house. The cat saw that door open and said, I ain't going out there. There's coyotes out there.
Oh, my God. And then, pretty soon, do the girls date when they're 14?
Hey, man.
I don't know.
No, not at 14.
I don't know what happened.
What did they do back in the 1800s? That was below the belt. I'm
no,
sorry,
it was
Dave.
fine.
That wasn't.
Believe me, it was
wasn't
fine.
funny.
No, we'll measure it up at the end of the show and see who owes who. But now, when I was a kid, probably 15 or 16, we maybe go to a movie. That would be a date. Has Willow done that yet?
Yeah, not the one-on-one thing. So it's like she'll go with her brothers
classmates,
and friends
yeah,
and stuff
that's
like
fine.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
not the one-on-one thing.
Yeah. And are you gonna do some more music now?
Every time there's a microphone and I do it, it really gets me excited.
Well,
So
it was wonderful. You come out here and the place goes crazy.
I know, right? I love that.
What do we have a picture? What are we looking at here?
Whoa. Wow.
What is that?
That was Paul did an album. That was your album.
That's right, and you helped me on it.
Yeah, I
And
rapped
that's
on
Daddy-O
Paul's
from Stetsasonic.
Stetsasonic,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you were before we performed the song on this show, but back in the '80s on the other network,
Wow.
It was like in the '80s, '89 or something.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you were nice enough to do a guest shot on that album, and you were just getting started yourself at that time.
Yeah, we have like a long history. It's like
what I was saying.
We're like family, man.
We are. We're exactly family.
You don't call me enough, man.
Okay, I'll start. You don't want me calling you.
But baby,